Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Demi's vlogs, and I'm a little behind on these. He actually just finished his speed upper for the week, and I'm just now recording last week's vlog. I got a little behind here on vlogs, doing other stuff, so let's get this rolling. He did a floor press. We got a PR on it for max effort day. Then of course he's doing pause benching, and we're doing lots and lots of back work. He's decided he's going to go ahead and start peaking for a meet towards the end of the year. And we did a call on it this weekend. And one of the things he noted, he's like, everyone's noting, he says, I see it myself, other people in my internship and everything. He's in a clinical setting. They're like, dude, your back is getting so much bigger. And again, it's something that we talked about. He had said before, and it was just interesting. Because again, I've got him doing all this rowing. I've got him rowing all 4 days, doing barbell work, dumbbell work. Something that was raised there, he's like, I didn't ever work on my back because I just felt my deadlift was my strongest lift and my back would just grow from it. It would be fine. And we get in the situation of where his upper body in general is lacking, and it's like, yeah, we got to do some back work. We need to do these things. We might even need to start working some pull-ups and stuff in. Again, got to get that back bigger. It will aid you all the way around. There he is. He was struggling a little to keep those knuckles up on the JM presses. And although as he's working on getting better at them, he noticed finally, I think within the last week, he's like, the tricep pump that I'm getting from them once I got them down, he's like, it is really intense. And some other stuff we're looking at, though, his good mornings are going up, but he's noticing he is getting some arm pain. And his background is in actual physical therapy, and we started talking about it, and we think, and he thinks, and that it's a little bit of nerve entrapment, and we need to probably be a little bit careful how much stuff we load on top of his back. And I think particularly in his case, because he's gotten very strong at the good mornings, which again we expect given what his deadlift is. Again, he'd get pretty good at good mornings fast. And so good mornings and deadlifts are his strongest lifts. We just did a 220 kilo pause deadlift there. So again, I'm going to adjust for that, and you guys will see what we do different. We're going to test that hypothesis out a little bit by rotating the lifts and still doing hinging that unloads the cervical spine and everything. But for now, he's doing them here still. And if you guys will see when we get to the ones on dynamic day, he got up to 3 plates again. But we are getting into a situation to where he feels like there's a little bit of nerve entrapment happening. So we're probably going to rotate this out while he works on rehabbing that and work some other stuff in. And that's the thing that we need to always remember. This is why we don't get married to exercises. And I think this is a good time to discuss that. That's why I try to drop these things in the blogs with clients. And this is another reason we can't just do everything cookie cutter. Can you just give me a template, and just turn me loose for 12 weeks? Well, I don't think that's a good idea, because overused things occur, different things occur. So what happens if you do have a movement that is entrapping something? You're just going to keep doing it because it's on the program? You're going to keep doing it because it's a wonderful accessory movement? You're going to keep doing it because it's your favorite exercise or you're good at it? No, we have to rotate movements. This is why we need different tools in our toolbox. So we need to be able to look at things and go, okay, well, if this is causing an overuse problem or some nerve pinch somewhere, a nerve entrapment, or a tendon being inflamed, or a tendon being pinched because we've got some mobility issue. Do you have something you can put in place of it? Right? Because we don't just keep doing movements that are beating us up. We need to rotate them. Of course, he's getting deeper on these belt squats, and that was something I pointed out to him earlier. It's like, we've got to get the range of motion on these. You've got to find that position where you can sink these ass to grass, because this is the whole point. If we're going to do a belt squat, what are we doing? We're using it to build our quads and adductors. Okay? We need to get deep. We need to get range of motion. We need to get that quad in the lengthened position. Okay? It's important. Of course, there he finishes up with reverse hypers, and then we get over to Speed bench day, and for him, I just rotate grips. We do speed bench, wide, medium, close. I have him working some incline. We're doing dumbbell rows and then triceps on that day, right? Or I think we might be doing barbells. But I'm rotating it around. The main thing is I want him doing rows all 4 days. But it's working. His back has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's at the point now where people notice. He's like the lab coats and the scrubs and stuff fit different. He's like, and he's over 6 foot tall. So it's you can't always tell that on camera. So put that in perspective. That's something I remind guys of too. Really short guys look massive on camera when they put on muscle. Taller guys tend to look less just big on camera as they gain muscle, but in person they just mog people. It's just something to keep in context there. It's kind of the weird illusion that the internet creates, but in his case, because we've been gaining muscle, and he still has plenty of room to put on his frame. And he is a drug-free lifter, and he, again, with a massive frame. So in his case, people are like, well, how heavy is he going to get? I mean, okay, what do you guys think? You guys don't think like a 6'2", a 6'3" guy who power lifts and eats and does strength training and hypertrophy work can't be 270, 280 pounds and still be at a healthy body fat? I think they can. Okay, I think they can. So, how big are we going to take him? Well, whatever it takes. And I told him we're not even going to worry about weight class for his first meet. Let's worry about learning the rules. Right? Learn about the rules. Because he's going to be doing a very strict federation division. Right? So, we had to talk about all that. Now, fortunately for me, I always like it when one of my tested lifters tells me they don't even use really supplements. It's like, because then we don't have to worry. That's something, also another thing that people need to think about. So many supplements, over-the-counter supplements, get spiked with illegal stuff so that you can make gains, bro, because they don't work otherwise. You'll see different times that we spiked with stuff to get a good reputation, that you got to be really careful. People don't want to hear that in this industry, but it's like, I mean, if you're going to be a drug-tested athlete, I always say that with people. Drug testing isn't that. It really is an IQ test, but if you're getting unknown drugs into your body from your supplements and you have no idea what's really in it, you might actually think that you're clean and you're not. And even if you know there's something in it, you don't know exactly what it is, do you? Creates a bad problem for you. And that's one of the biggest problems with the supplement industry too. They're their lack of ethics. So it's something I do caution my lifters on who are going to be, drug tested athletes. You better know what's going into your body. And that means you have to actually be careful of what supplements you take. Are you buying, just good formulated, tested, single ingredient things, like a vitamin D or something? Or are you buying some proprietary blend that people sell as a pre-workout? Or a testosterone booster or whatever. Well, you start delving into any of that, you don't know what they're really putting in it. You don't know what they're putting in it. And if you choose to take that risk, don't cry when you pee dirty on a test later. And that's the stance most federations have for testing. They're like, well, you should have known better. Why did you take a pre-workout? You see where I'm going? Those companies spike all sorts of stuff in those. And you tested for some stimulant. You tested dirty for meth. Whatever they threw in it to give you energy. So, just be aware of that, guys. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.